We actually heard about it on the radio
I'm listening
station.
to the radio station, hearing other people's testimonies.
That day, that radio station was on the times.
And this radio station means the world to me.
The three of us would just
God
sing
came
that out
through
at
in
the
a
top
way
of
that
our
I
lungs
didn't
in the car,
expect.
just praising God for all that He brought us through.
We got pregnant the first time in 2007. It was very joyous. And unfortunately, when I was about 4 months pregnant, I realized that there was something wrong with my pregnancy. So I called my doctor, and they told me that my baby had passed. When they said that to me, my whole world crumbled. I just lost it. I started crying. I had not listened to WGTS at that point yet. I had heard about it, and I remember after I had my procedure, I was at home, and I was just so upset, so hurt. I felt betrayed by God, honestly. So I turned on the station, I just was crying, and I was so upset, and all of a sudden, the song that was on the radio caught my attention, and it was Praise You Through the Storm by Casting Crowns.
And I'll praise you in this storm, and I will lift my hands, for you are who you are, no matter where I am.
And when that song came on, the part that says, every tear you cry, healed in your hand, God just started ministering to my heart through that song. Like the song came at the right moment for me. It just brought life back to me. Time went on. I went 6 months later to my doctor for a follow-up appointment after my procedure. And then my doctor told me I was having a second miscarriage. Having it gone through it a second time, it made me question, God, you told me this, and this. Where is your promise? Every time I would go into those depressive moments, those heartaches, Praise You Through the Storm would always come at the right moment. That's always been my song. It's like the song that God always uses to tell me, this might be going on, but I have your worries, I have your concerns, I have your life, I have everything in my hands. Then when we finally were able to get pregnant with Joshua, our oldest, but of course, again, we had complications. I took him out, he was like a rag doll. And they had to revive him. And I remember just crying, saying, God, you can't take him away from me now, because you made me a promise. And they were just beating him on his chest, and they would flip him over and beat him on his back. And I just remember when he opened his eyes in that first gap of air, and again, I could just hear God telling me, don't worry, I have this. Once we had Joshua, and we had Caleb, and then we had Amaris, back to back. Since Joshua was born, who's our first, they've always had WGTS in their room. I've always had a radio in each of their rooms, and they will not fall asleep without the station.